So we're going to move on. Women's featherweight amateur title shot fight. This is five 3-minute rounds. Can you please welcome Paula Sanchez?
Okay, and now we have Paula Sanchez coming out from Boonshu Gym. We saw them represented earlier tonight. We're going to fight him. So, Paula the Storm Sanchez, hailing from Spain. So far, has 2 wins in MMA for her amateur career so far, and tonight she gets the opportunity to come in for the cage. To the cage for the XFC amateur featherweight belt.
Yeah, I absolutely love this fight. So this fight, they're running it back. So they they took this fight on Coastal Combat 8 not too long ago, and it was an absolute banger. So I even watched the fight again tonight just for a nice little recap. And I tell you what, this Paula Sanchez comes to absolute bang. She had a lot of success with the last show. She's thrown a lot of looping hooks. She was really successful with their left hook as well. Yeah, a lot of forward pressure as well. So, and it's funny, Jamie Edenden comes to the cage with a really, really phenomenal physique. And you'd possibly think that some people might be put off by that or a little bit scared. But I tell you what, this Paula Sanchez walked forward the entire time.
Okay, Keita, without giving away what your fight plan was, what's some things that you have you seen Paula fight before?
I actually was in the 4-women eliminator with her in March.
Oh wow!
But she versus the opposing person.
Yep.
She's tough. She's really tough, and she's not afraid. Like you said before, that pressure. She closes the distance, and she's not afraid to bang. And you know what? She does it all with a smile on her face. At the end of the fight, she was twerking in the cage, like. Such a character.
Yeah, so both girls have had identical opponents as well. Bonnie Gillespie, both of them winning in the second round by TKO as well. So, the first fight where they fought was a split decision. I actually wasn't angry with the result. I thought Sanchez did enough to win that. I thought Jamie could have done enough to win that fight as well. So, probably the fact that a bit of a split decision, a couple of people saw it a different way, is pretty fair. But I guess it really comes down to seeing who's made the improvements the most since that last fight.
Yeah, that's always one of the things when they come back to run it back is, did they rest in their laurels and just improve a little bit, or did they actually change their whole game plan and really learn from it? So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with this time. Obviously training out of Boonshu under Angie Parr and Daniel Almeida and John. These guys are going to be absolutely skilled. So these ladies are going to be skilled.
We unfortunately in the women's divisions, it's not as stacked in all the divisions as we would like. That the men get to fortunate from. So Keita, are you kind of open to the fact that there might be a couple of rematches along your path while you're still on the regional scene?
I definitely am, because you're only going to learn and grow each fight. So in some areas you may improve massively, like tonight we're about to see that in person, if they've made changes to their game plan. And it's a tight-knit community as well. All the girls are lovely. If you see us all out the back, it's absolutely lovely.
So what's some of the things that you like to work on? So from this point here, if you were preparing for a rematch, what's some things that you would be looking at?
My weaknesses in what I'd made, mistakes I made in the fight previous, and then what I want to improve on to have that kind of step ahead of the person that I'm fighting. With this one specifically, Jamie's got brilliant boxing. How is she going to adjust with the pressure of Paula?
I always used to be so afraid of losing. You'd think that you would lose a fight, then that person is better than you. It's not the case at all, is it? They just brought a different package to the cage.
Yep.
So the fact that we get to have a rematch just kind of proves that I'm going to bring a different package this time.
Yep.
Let's bring out her opponent.
She looks prepared.
Jamie Edenden.
And also taking this on 9 days' notice, by the way. Just shows how hard she's been working.
Yeah. And that's that piece of always being ready. And now we have Jamie Edenden making her way to the cage now. So fighting out of Ignite MMA.
So the one thing I'm really excited to see from Jamie here, and that she really implemented well on her last fight. She throws this beautiful straight right, but then comes back with the backhands. She did it multiple times on her last fight and had some tremendous success. Look at the determination in the eyes.
Ferocity.
So yeah, really looking to see if she can pull that off a couple of times also. Again, that's what I'm calling the straight right, and even if it connects or misses, look for her to come back with that backhand.
That's a nice little sequence as well, because a lot of times people go, they missed the hand, they walk straight into the next one, so it gives some forward momentum, keep going. I actually saw Victor Lyell used to do that quite a lot. He'd be throwing those spinning backhands.
One thing I noticed while watching the replay of the last couple of days as well is Claire Fryer during their last fight constantly screaming, asking Jamie to push forward. She basically kept yelling out, get her up against the cage. That's where they wanted her the first time. So again, we know it's a rematch. We know there's possibly a different game plan, but let's see if that game plan again is to get Paula Sanchez up against the cage for them to do some damage. Keita, can you hear your opponent's corner when you're in there?
Yes.
Do you change what you're doing off the back of what you're hearing?
Most of the time, yes. Sometimes you're so invested in what you get stuck single-minded when you're in there, but you're really lucky to have your corner because they see way more than you do.
I'm going to say it, the physique of Jamie Edenden, she's brought the best package of the night. She is in absolute phenomenal shape.
Yeah, and what you mentioned before around coaches, some coaches have a distinctive voice. It doesn't matter how many people are yelling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first title fight of the evening. Women's featherweight bout, 5 by 3-minute rounds. Introducing in the blue corner, she weighed in at 65.5 kilograms, fighting out of Boon Chu MMA. Give it up for Paula the Sanchez!
The crowd is about to see her bring it.
And her opponents in the red corner, weighing in at 65.5 kilos, fighting out of Ignite Martial Arts, Jamie Edenden! And your referee for this match is Peter Hickmott.
The belt ladies, good luck to you both. Come back ready to fight.
So Keita, what do you think's more important to Jamie Edenden right now? The title, the belt around her waist, or the rematch win?
Well, I know personally she wanted this rematch. You always do. You always want the rematch, but she's been hungry for that belt for a while. You even follow her on Instagram, you can see everything. She's focused and determined for this fight.
And there is a reason these two are fighting for the belt. They are so well skilled.
Yeah, Sanchez got one through there on Jamie Edenden's right eye and made a blink. Straight away, no real damage, but like I said, must have clipped the eye. She had to clear it.
Just sinking each other off now.
Oh, beautiful uppercut. After watching that replay as well on their first fight, it was definitely noticeable, the improvements that Jamie had made to her game.
Well, she did put in the commentary note she's been doing a lot of BJJ as well, so really building out that ground game to put on top of such a strong striking presence in the cage here. So what are you seeing here, Keita?
To be honest, I thought that Jamie was going to be pressing forward a bit more. I know she likes to come out hard in the second round, but both of them have got good control. A bit hesitant, I think.
I think they're piecing each other out in terms of knowing that this is a 5-rounder, but there is an opportunity this is going to go 5 rounds.
Not rushing it, which is really good.
Sanchez is walking her down.
Smile on her face as well. She's in her element, isn't she? And again, that's that left hook. She's thrown it a couple of times straight away then. She had huge success in her first fight.
At this stage, Jamie's doing enough to be able to get out of the way for it.
nice success with that straight punch. And again, I keep talking about their first fight. I don't think Paula threw a single straight punch in their first fight. Whereas, you could definitely see Jamie was a little bit more technical, throwing the straighter punches and the combinations. But yeah, huge success from Paula with those looping hooks.
There's one thing of obviously technique. Technique is king, but ferocity really powers on through. You can see why she's called the Storm.
Wild and wonderful.
You can see Jamie Edenden's definitely got the attention of Paula Sanchez. Every time Paula throws something, Jamie's got those eyebrows touching the roof.
They certainly are.
Completely focused.
She's wide in on this match. And there's something that, so Sanchez is doing really well is she's actually controlling the center of the cage. And what happens there is a lot of people do their running forwards. You know, running backwards is quite taxing.
Oh, nice from Jamie. Yeah, a lot more forward pressure in this fight than their first fight.
You got the 10-second clapper.
Oh, beautiful movement. A beautiful jab. Nice little sequence to end the fight. Definitely what you want to sway the judges, hopefully.
What a ripper first round.
And just high level skill set. Just tit for tat, both of them trying to establish dominance.
So obviously Bella asked you before, Keita, in the cage, how does it feel right now? Obviously you're a fighter, you want to fight, you don't want to pull out. Have you been able to mentally switch off knowing that you're actually not in there?
Took me about 2 or 3 days. I had 2 or 3 days where it really hurt. Like, I was gutted, and I didn't think that Jamie was going to get another match, so I felt really disappointed for that as well. But after 3 days, I was able to reset, and now it's just preparing for what's next and just do it all the right way. But, like, I get to watch this.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And as much as the 2-week COVID postponement, or I think it was 3 weeks where we had to push the show back, what that's done now is it's actually meant the November 27th show is literally 2 months away. You know, so it's not as if you're having to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months to fight.
Yep.
We will literally close our eyes for 15 seconds and it'll be fight night.
Here we are back in, leading in the start of the second round. We've got this high-level chess match at this stage. Such beautiful striking. They've had a bit of cage presence in round one, but oh, nice kicks.
I would love to see a little bit more of wrestling. But this stand-up is beautiful on both girls.
So technical, beautiful timing. They're still feeling each other out at this stage.
Oh, nice and patient there.
That's what I'm really liking as well, is they're not over-committing to their strikes.
Oh, that is so close to landing on the button. Sanchez is very, very close to getting, once again, another one of those hooks through.
And that'll start playing in when they start getting tired, when the reactions are just a little bit slower. We'll start to see them coming on more.
Sanchez is just a fighter, isn't she? She just gets in there. She just gets stuck into it.
Oh, nice.
We're close. This is our first takedown.
She's dropped her hips really well, lowering that base.
They're lucky enough to be training with Daniel Maida as well, and his jiu-jitsu background is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, she got it. It's close. One more effort, she's got it.
She let go of the doubles. She's going to drop the level again. So Sanchez is doing a great job with that underhook, and that is stopping Jamie from dropping the level and clasping her hands.
Yeah, beautiful.
That'll give her a lot of confidence. It's also quite taxing as well when you put that effort in to try and get a takedown and you don't get it.
Yeah, there are so many things that make me happy, you know, obviously being a promoter, being involved in the sport, but the fact that we've got gyms like Boonchu involved in the sport now as well. Yeah, and I love the fact that it shows progression in John Wayne Parr and Angie's, way of thinking and business. You know, your boxing, your Muay Thai, they're so strict on their own. They hate to think that, MMA is better or such is better, but some beautiful strikes by Sanchez.
I also noticed that Jamie actually held the hand and started striking.
Sanchez just doesn't go away.
Yeah, Jamie's using her reach now. She's worked it out. There's that.
Nice from Jamie come through. That's right. We saw that back fist come through by Jamie Edenden for the first time. And how quick did that round go?
Yep, and roll reversal here. So she's got a double underhook. She's got a classing now.
How tightly matched are these girls? Keely, you've got a massive smile on your face right now.
I'm loving this. This is absolutely beautiful.
I'd like to call this order and chaos.
Just the heart on the both of them. Wow.
So let's say you've just gone 2 rounds right now. You're about to jump in the 3rd round against Paula. What are you concentrating on in this 3rd round?
Takedowns.
Wrestling.
Coming from that Buchu background, they do focus on different things. I've been lucky enough to know Wayne and Angie since I was about 18 with all the Muay Thai shows. And you'll always have your bread and butter that you go to, so they're always going to have that as a priority. So I'd like to see how it goes on the ground.
And if you're going up against Jamie, what are you
Same.
doing? Wrestling.
Same. I haven't seen her on the ground yet, so I really want to see where that takes anyone.
And that comes back to the focus. Some clubs are stronger in other areas. So certainly interesting to see how this one kicks in now.
I was about to say as well, doesn't Ignite just have a phenomenal stable of female fighters right now?
They do, and Erin Carter as well. She's absolutely amazing.
Tali fighting there, El Sorensen fighting out there. We almost need them to have a cat fight. We've got to throw something in the
there's that
in the mix there, so they break up a little bit, so we can start seeing some of them fight.
There's that mixture of right hand cross go through, followed by the back fist.
Flip of a coin so far with those first 2 rounds. We really need to see one of the fighters take an assertive stance right now and really take over from this fight.
I think you're going to see that coming down in the conditioning. So we're in round 3 now. We've still got another 2 rounds from this point here. That was a very powerful front kick. Beautiful teep.
Sanchez walking forward a lot more than she did in their first fight as well. Beautiful combination.
What I'm liking is Jamie's ability to get out of the danger, and she's doing that by going to the side, not backwards. Well, she stays in the pocket for a little bit, does her exchanges, and then moves off to the side.
Beautiful jab there.
These girls came ready for the war.
So it's tough to know what's going through Jamie's head right now. Obviously, we knew in that first fight that Paula had a lot of success with that left hook. She has landed it a few times again right now, so nice combination. Both girls punching.
And I think Sanchez kind of invites you into that brawl. That's really where she's comfortable.
She loves being in the pocket.
And again, that beautiful little right punch from Jamie Edenden and followed up by that back fist.
Nice work, knowing the importance of getting those double underhooks in there.
A minute to go in the 3rd round.
Both trading knees to each other. And you see Boonshaw just calling her, come towards him, walk her down.
There's a bit of pressure change now.
Yeah,
Jamie's got a bit more forward pressure.
Yeah, right about now is where Jamie really came on in her last fight at XFC. Oh, something's going to land soon.
Jamie's looking for the right moment to counter.
Yeah, she's still looking nice and composed. You can tell she's sticking to a game plan. Paula almost trying to turn it into a bit of a scrap.
Yeah, Jamie's having none of it. She's pushing all the effort in there.
Really like to see her finish a takedown here.
She's got the double underhooks. Wonder if she's going to go for actual, just causing damage while she can across the cage, or trying to suck that energy tank down.
Tell you what a tough fight to score.
Now we are into the championship rounds, and this is what separates fighters.
Yeah, the one thing I love about our amateur title fights, and all of our title fights, is we go the full 5 rounds. You know, we want these girls, we want all of our title fight contenders to know what it's like to go into those championship rounds and just be forced to dig a little bit deeper.
And that's one of the reasons why that XFC belt is so sought after, is there's no shortcuts in getting it.
So right now, they're probably going to get their first experience with a 15-minute fight. So when they do take that step as a professional, it's not their first time. Kita, when you were preparing for the 5-round fight, were you training 3-minute rounds, 5-minute rounds? Were you extending things? What were you doing?
We were sticking to 5s, and then with all our wrestling, it was sometimes 7 to 10-minute rounds.
Because it does go so quick in there, hey?
It does.
And there's certainly that benefit of knowing what the 5-minute piece is, but also how quickly it goes and extending that gas tank. Here we are, round 4 for the first time tonight.
No Claire Fryer in the corner for Jamie Eden tonight. She's obviously doing some cornering, some official duties.
Beautiful right hand there from Jamie.
Can't believe how close this fight is right now.
Championship rounds.
I'm still impressed with how composed Jamie is. And at this stage, Sanchez is just still throwing the kitchen sink and everything at her.
Yeah, starting to push a little bit more forward now, Jamie. Oh, nice combination. Huge takedown. Let's see if she can keep it there. She gets her back off the cage. Beautiful work there.
Great work stepping over and getting into a side mount. She's flattening her out now.
She's going to get that full mount. There, she's got it. Oh, nice head pressure. Oh, that's going to hurt. She doesn't want the back. She wants to throw the ground and pound. How much? She stopped the fight. Hickmott stops the fight.
Wow.
What an amazing effort.
Wow. I've got goosebumps. That was
Huge finish for Jamie Edenden.
What a beautiful fight.
You asked the question, it was answered. You haven't seen her on the ground yet until that sequence.
And the emotion coming out of Jamie Edenden, again, as a promoter, you never want to see anyone cry in the cage, but tell you what, how proud is she of that finish. Amazing. You know?
It just goes to show how much it means to them being in the cage and fighting for that belt. Getting the win, chalking that one up, not only the win, but also the belt on this occasion.
Wow. I'd love to see a replay of that finish because it all happened so quickly, but you know, there was a chance where you looked like Paula was trying to reverse out or possibly give her a back. Jamie didn't want a bar of it. She's like, no, I don't even want to give you permission to possibly look at a submission here. You're going back on your back.
She
and
wanted
I'm
to
going to
finish.
punch you.
And that's the experience piece there. Sometimes you can kind of get caught in chasing submissions when the strikes can really finish the fight quicker. And Jamie showed how quickly that can happen. What a great fight. Hats off to both these ladies.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first XFC featherweight title fight.
Wow.
Your referee stopped this fight in round 4 after 1 minute and 27 seconds for your winner by TKO, Jamie Edenden!
Look how happy she is.
You can't replace that moment. You absolutely can't.
We're going to go face off?
No.
Nah. I love that, man. We actually just asked Kita if she wanted to face off, but you could tell the respect that Kita just had. This is Jamie's moment right now.
It is. She earned this moment. She worked so hard for it, and look at that smile.
That's a championship smile there. And she earned every step of it. I love the composure the whole time while she was in there.
Jamie! Congratulations, girl! First XFC female featherweight belt holder ever. How do you feel?
I'm so fucking happy.
This has been a long journey. You were meant to fight Emma Von Ryan. That didn't happen because of COVID. You were meant to fight Kita Kurosaki. She broke her hand. You fought Paula Sanchez. You've already fought Paula Sanchez. How is this sweeter now that you beat her this time?
First of all, I just want to give Paula a big shout out because she took this fight on a week's notice. So
congratulations, Paula, guys. Thank you.
Man, I tell you what, I feel like I've been in fight camp for fucking ages, and I have, you know, opponent pullouts and then COVID, but you know what, I stayed strong and I kept going and I kept grinding, and I'm here to fucking take over, so I'm the fucking champ, let's go.
You are the champ. You are the champ. What, is anybody you want to thank? There's a lot of people that are really happy and proud of you.
First of all, I want to thank my coaches, Ryan and Koshi. These guys, you know, they push me to my limits. They've been my rock. Callum, love this guy. He's a black belt, by the way. My team at Ignite, I love you guys.
Woo, Ignite!
Yeah, also my team and my coach Todd at BTB Boxing and the team there. My friends, my family, all the guys that watched at home. I'm just so full of love and gratitude. So, and the big guy upstairs, I mean, I hope I haven't forgot everyone, but if I forgot you, just know I love you, so.
Okay, Jamie, we've got the belt. Do we want to defend the belt, or is it time to go to the PRO?
Look, it's up to my coaches at the end of the day. They decide what I want to do. I'm ready to take it to the next level, so I think it's time for me to turn pro. So let's take on the world.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Edenden taking on the world. Your XFC female featherweight champion. Congratulations, girl. You deserve it. She's not finished. Sorry, guys. She's forgotten the worm. Jamie Edenden, everybody.